Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Saturday, and Saturday on this channel is the Weight Watchers weekly meeting topic of the week. Of course, this is the last day for it. And my weekly weigh-in. And Timmy's weekly weigh-in as well. So if you're here for that, we go right over that right off the bat here. Well, we try to. Timmy got weighed in, and he gained a pound. He said he wasn't shocked. He had a really bad week. So I said, well, you know it could happen. I said, you see, you can't out-exercise a bad diet. So he's back on it. He's, he's going to say he's going to have a good week. So like I said to him, you know what, Tim? I said, sometimes you gain. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. Not every week's going to be a loss. It just isn't. So move on. How did I do? I had a gain too. I will say I'm a little bit shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I was up now again. It's the Weight Watcher scale. I did get weighed on both, and they are different. But I'm sticking with the Weight Watcher scale because I'm just trying to do it. It said I was up 1.7. Now my scale just said I was up 1 pound. I don't know why I'm up either. Well, I mean, food-wise, I was fine. I didn't do as much movement this week. I didn't drink as much water this week. So I kind of thought that was going to happen. I could just, you kind of feel it, like when you don't do your routine and your new routine, you kind of feel it. And I did I was thinking yesterday, thinking I didn't get my green tea yesterday. I don't know why. I just didn't. And I'm sitting there last night watching horror movies because it's Halloween week. And that's what I like about Halloween, the scary movies. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a loss tomorrow. I may have a gain. You could feel it. You kind of know. So I kind of could feel it. So, like I said, I can't say I ate anything wrong. I can't say I no. My week food-wise was really good. So it's just, I think it's all the little other things that we put into motion that kind of affect that. So, I know. Like I said, some weeks you gain. Put it in, and I moved on. What I will say, I want to say a little something. You all watched Joan from Joan's Point of Plate. If not, I'll link if I remember to link, because I always forget. If I forget, and remind me, I will link her channel down below. She had a video go up on one day this week about she's giving up weighing and giving up tracking. She says diet fatigue, and that video kind of struck a chord with me. Not the diet fatigue, I'm not on a diet, but fatigue in a sense. I don't have tracking fatigue. I don't mind tracking, honestly. I don't, because I use the quick add, and 9 out of 10 times I know the points and bites of what I'm eating, because I pretty much eat the basic things. So for me, tracking is not that big of a deal. I sit, I do it, and I move on. My fatigue comes from worrying about these 10 pounds. That was my kind of epiphany when she said that. I'm like, I'm sick of this. I've been worrying, and you hear me talk about it, these 10 pounds for 2 years. It's going on 3, I think, soon. It was from January of 2021. So yeah. And it's not budging. I go, this is, I have good weeks. So I'm taking a break from the weighing in. I shouldn't say that. I'm not taking a break from weighing. I'm taking a break from worrying about weighing in. You have to weigh in. You have to. But I'm going. My app is going on maintenance. But I'm giving up weight loss. Let's put it that way. That's what I want to say. I am taking a break from weight loss. I'm putting my app in maintenance, and that's what I'm going to do. I am. It'll add me a few extra points and bites, whatever, I'm done about always worrying about getting these 10 pounds off. I'm done. I'm done for a while. I think I'm just, going to go in weight loss mode. I'll get weighed every week. You have to, because if you don't, yeah, I know what can happen. I'm not stupid. So yeah. And also, I wanted to also mention that I was shopping in ShopRite the other day, and I ran into the dietitian there. And her name is Claire, and I just kind of went up to her and just quickly, I didn't want to have a long conversation with her, but I may make an appointment with her. We talked briefly, and we agreed on a lot of things, and she has some cool ideas and stuff, and it doesn't hurt to talk to anybody. It really doesn't. Get a different perspective on how you're eating. So what we talked about was, really quickly, was I need to eat more vegetables in my dinners. Not so much my lunch, not so much my breakfast because I have a whole zucchini, but in my dinners, I don't think I'm getting enough vegetables in there, enough, extra fiber. So I want to increase my veggies for dinner, and up my protein, she said, is pretty good for it's a good, because I told her, I try to get around 100. I try to strive more for that. 100 is another goal. Not anything higher than that. And whole grains, focus, on dinner plates, have like a 25% whole grain on your plate, half vegetables, protein, and whole grains. So that's what we're going to focus on. And I really need to do the Mediterranean diet because I really feel I like the foods on there. I really need to start focusing my dinners, like maybe not like the Mediterranean diet per se, but like the dinner portion of my day should be focused on the Mediterranean diet. So I'm going to try to transition, depends on what I have in the house and stuff, maybe to that. So I think that'll be kind of fun. Like I said, but to sit there and not focus on weight loss, like stop, Denise, stop. The 10 pounds is not going to make or break you. If I stay this way, am I successful? Yes. Am I skinny? No. And I don't go out to be skinny, and I know people out there that do, and that's great for them. But I am not trying to maintain an unmaintainable lifestyle and weight. I like to enjoy life. So for me, this is where I need to be. And, like I said, I'm older. It's different. My body has changed since I lost the weight. I'm older now, and I hear people here to say that you're older. It's okay. I'm going to admit it. I'm older now. So maybe it's a little bit of a different approach, different types of foods I need to eat. Focusing on those grains, those proteins, and vegetables. I don't need, dinner-wise, I don't need a lot of vegetables. I need to really, now it's hard to get vegetables this time of year. But it is what it is. Even frozen vegetables, it's not like they have to be fresh. Frozen vegetables work. Canned vegetables work. Vegetables are vegetables. It's just, how you prepare them. So that's my frustration, is these 10 pounds that I'm frustrated with. And I just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of you watch Jen. I know a lot of you were worried about her not, tracking. So I don't have that kind of fatigue. My fatigue is just worrying about these 10 pounds, and I need to move on from it. I do, because where I'm at is a great place, and we have to remember that where we are is a great place. We got to stop thinking of being here when we're really good here. So I'm trying to enjoy this season of life and this season of my weight, and it'll come if I just stop focusing on it. So that's my less focus. I'm tired of the ISM, and I'm just going to start doing things and enjoying things and not worrying about what the scale says. The scale does not define my week. It didn't define it this week. I can tell you that for sure. I was like, seriously? But you know what? It's just a snippet of my week. Yeah, I should get weighed. Maybe I should get weighed every day, but then I become more obsessed with it. So I don't want to do that. I want to take the power back. So by taking the power back, going into maintenance mode, I don't even have to look at the scale. I can just get on it. It'll track it in my app, and I can just move on. I don't even have to look. But I will, just because I'm a person who's had a bad relationship with food her whole life. I cannot not get weighed. I cannot not track, because I tendency to overeat and overdo. So yes, in order for me to stay here, I need to do tools. And I always say, and I say this to you guys, if that's all I have to do to maintain 100 pounds, heck, I'll do it, because I don't want to go back there. I remember how I felt. I see pictures, and I remember my mindset, and I remember wearing those clothes, and I remember not being able to shop at Kohl's because I didn't fit in their clothes. So I remember that. And if these are the things I have to do to keep me there, that's what I have to do. You have to be proactive in your journey. So let's get to the topic. I've talked way too long. Is your way of eating sustainable? 6 steps to find out. Oh, Suzanne said this is my topic, and she is always right. The perfect diet. It doesn't exist. What works for weight loss? Finding an eating pattern you can stick with long term. To get started, think about what you ate last week and take the quiz. Oh God, do I always say this? Do not eat food to lose weight unless you really truly love it. Try this. I ate things I enjoyed. Yes. All foods were on the menu. Yes. I was able to stick to my weight loss or health goals. I think so this week. I think so. The scale doesn't agree. I could be social and go to events. I always go to events. I don't ever worry about food when I'm out. I don't starve before I go out. I went to a bridal shower a couple weeks ago. I ate what they had. I didn't starve before I went because, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're going to serve. No, you just eat. You just eat less, you know? And we had to order. I ordered the salmon. It was delicious. My only complaint is it came with pasta. I'm not a huge fan with salmon and pasta. I even had a dessert because it's an event. You know, you can't live your rest of your life saying I'm never going to have something. I was able to eat the same meals as family and friends. Yes, that's huge because there's people that bring their own food to parties, and I tell you this all the time. Don't get in that pattern of I can't eat their burgers. I have to bring my turkey burger. No, one meat burger one day is not going to, it shouldn't. And if you let it rule you, then there's just something there's a disconnect we have to address. It was easy to find my food at local stores. Yes. Local stores have so many great options. Yes, they are more money. Yes, they are more money. They are, but they're there. They are. If you had answered yes, mostly yes, and think about maintaining this eating pattern, great. If you answered no or are unsure you can in long term, that's okay. Next step, brainstorm a way to turn no into yes. And 4 questions to help to make your eating patterns more sustainable. How can you incorporate your favorite foods or 2 into your week? Now, some people don't agree with the things that I do here, and that's okay. You don't have to. But my favorite foods are sweets. I know. And probably snacky chips and stuff, salty stuff. So I incorporate them into creating them in a lower calorie point manner. Most times it's subbing out the sugar or the butter, the fat. That works for me. Does it work for everybody? No. Do I enjoy it just as much? I sure do, because I wouldn't eat it if I didn't. I'm sorry, if you're making substitutions and they're not as good, then don't do it. You have to be happy with them. And everything I've made that I've shared with you, I'm extremely happy with. I mean, those whoopie pies, they're all that in a bag of chips, let me tell you. And eating chips, like I like baked chips, I like pop chips, I like protein chips. You can get them at the regular grocery store. You can get them at Target. Yes, they're more money, but you know what? If that's something that you like and you enjoy it, then that's what you do. Can you plan ahead for upcoming party or a night out? Yes. When you can lean on 0-point foods or weekly points for more flexibility? Yes. What recipes in WW app might help your family also enjoy it? Let me tell you something. Light recipes get a bad rap. People will say, my husband won't eat it. Don't tell them it's light. You just make it. I'm telling you, they don't know. When you tell somebody your recipe is light or Weight Watcher, or they come in with that assumption that it's going to taste bad. They do. But when you sit there and like Timmy will say, is that your diet food? He'd always used to say. And then finally I stopped telling him. And I'd say, I'm making donuts today. Oh, good. And I eat one. I think, guess what? This is one of my diet foods. He's like, really? I'm like, they have this preconceived notion of how it's supposed to taste. So they go in there with that negativity. It's not. We're not eating the food that our moms ate. Our food is really good. And our light food is so much. I mean, Weight Watchers back in the 80s was crap. They were eating liver. They were eating gross. I mean, you see the foods. You go in that app and you see those beautiful meals you can prepare. Nobody's going to know unless you tell them. Let's dive deeper. Raise your hand if you tried to lose weight other ways before joining Weight Watchers. Lots of members have. Did any of those diet banned foods you enjoyed, or you feel so restrictive that you couldn't help but overthink about whatever you were having? Yes, that doesn't work. Research shows that most successful approach to eating is when you can stick with long term. And for most people, that means flexibility and livability. No restriction, in other words, a pattern of eating that includes nutritious foods that you enjoy and keep on track, plus wiggle room to account for those things that influence food choices like your environment, social situations, cultures, and more. You have to save some points for some wiggle room. You have to save some points for some desserts. I tend to, like I said, make my substitutions for certain things. And they have to be realistic substitutions. They have to be good substitutions. They have to be good. I'm not making something because, like the cauliflower rice thing, I always say that. I know I feel like I say it all the time. But I'm sorry, that does not taste like rice. It tastes like a vegetable, which is fine for what it is. But it's not rice. You know, and can you seriously say you could have that and never have regular rice for the rest of your life? I don't know. I mean, I don't mind mixing it with regular rice, but just to have the cauliflower rice, this is something I don't think I could adhere to forever. With so many things influencing your eating behaviors, finding what works for you may not be easy. And as anyone who has accidentally gone over their points, budget knows, you just may get it off right. You just may not get it right all the time. Nope, it's life, and life comes up, and sometimes you mess up. And guess what? It's okay. That's normal. It's a journey. Just keep making room for what matters to you, and success is a lot more likely to follow. Life happens, and sometimes we don't lose, and sometimes we run out of points. Sometimes we're in the negative of points. Does that mean it was a bad week? Nope. It means it's life. Don't get into that pattern of, I can't eat my weeklies. It happens. Good food. Eat them. Research shows that you're most likely to Research shows that your most likely dietary approach for weight loss is one you can stick with long term. Yep. Leveraging your natural preferences with tendencies is a good place to start. When your eating pattern takes into account foods you like and things you tend to do, it's easier to stick with it. You got to stick with it. Like there's so many, things out there, and no food is inherently bad. You can't sit there and rule out a food group because you just can't have a lot of it. That's what it means. Like there's so many things out there that people, are spending money on because they are afraid to eat this, and this is bad, and this is bad. No food is bad. Moderation is the key for everything. Stick to your points budget, use your weeklies, enjoy the social situations. Do not bring a burger to a barbecue, please. Eat the burger there. You're not eating it every day. You're eating it once. Okay, don't have the bun if you're that upset about it. Have it on a lettuce wrap. I love burger salad, so I'd be all for that. But please don't. People will look at you like, oh my God, she's bringing her own food. I don't want to be on Weight Watchers. She's bringing her own food places. That's what they think. I don't want them to think about my friends like that. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this week's WW topic. Let me know in the comment section below how your week went. How did you do? How did your week go? Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? It's Halloween's coming up, which means there's a lot of candy in our world. We're not giving out candy, so I don't have any here. Well, we have some. We don't have any Halloween candy. So I know that could be a deterrent to some of you because it's hard. Candy's good. Chocolate is life. I fit chocolate in. I do try to get like the lower sugar chocolates. You can get them my gosh, the regular grocery store has them. It's crazy how you can get all those low sugar chocolates now. Like I said, it's not like our parents' plan, but you can find things. In the drugstore, I got Lily's chips. In Walgreens. That's crazy. But yeah, I know it's hard. So if you happen to dip into that trick or treat basket, it's one day a year. Relax. Get over it. Move on. If you have way too many, you have way too many. You know what? Remember, right back on track the next day. Don't make yourself feel bad about things that you can't control. And sometimes we can't control ourselves around food. It's for me anyway. I can only talk for myself. I have an addiction, and if I don't keep it in check, it could really get crazy. It can. And that's why I have to allow myself to have things. I have to fit them in. And I told somebody yesterday, I said, if you desire cookies, put them in your tracker a couple days a week. So they're already there and they're already minused out of your budget. Because if you don't, you're going to eat them anyway. So why not at least account for them? Don't deny yourself things that you like because you're on a weight loss journey. You have to fit it in. You have to put it in. You have to find a way to make it lighter, but just as delicious. And I have lots of recipes on, Dish with D. You see my little mug cakes. You see my little loaf cakes. There's just ways of making things that, and I will not bring you anything that doesn't taste good. I'm going to be honest. If it doesn't taste good, I'm not putting it out. You don't need to say it. But everything I make is fantastic because and if it passes this house, it's good. Those whoopie pies. And again, you don't even have to have the whole whoopie pie. You could share it. Have half. Like, I'm telling you, the satisfaction of having half of something versus having none of something, is so satisfying because you're giving yourself some. And when your body knows it's going to get it, your mind knows it's going to get it, it's a little bit relaxing. It is. When you sit there and say, no, 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 up here it's going, I just want it, I just want it. And then you go and you go ape shit all over it. And we don't want that. We don't want ape shit. We just want you to be in discipline control. Takes work? Yep, it does. But with us, with your family here, we got your back. So I hope you enjoy this video. Again, let me know in the comment section below how your week went. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, welcome. If you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. We do weight loss, healthy lifestyle content, and, you know, realistic, healthy weight loss style content. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. And if you know anybody that would love to have our content, look at that beautiful tree in the background. I just noticed that. It's fall, y'all, finally. Share this video with anybody that needs a little encouragement, support, and friendship. So that is it for me. I will dish with you another day. We will not have a video up tomorrow. I don't plan on one. I'm nothing in the docket, so tomorrow will be a free day. So I will see you tomorrow night at live. We go live here on this channel several nights a week. We will be live Sunday night tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time, with a special guest. Yes, Miss Wendy from Wendy's WW Journeys joining us for a little chit chat. So come join us and let's chat with Wendy and let's pick her brain. So have a great day, and I will see you later, Gators.